We just dropped.
Welcome to Just a Tip with Jake and Timmy. What's going on, everyone? Jake here with Uncommon EDC.
It's Timmy from Tim's School of Fish. So, Jake, I think that we were live there for a second before the intro.
Oh, were we? Yeah, I was
Yeah,
able
I
to
think
hear you, but on my screen it was playing as soon as it changed to go live. So let us know, I guess, if you saw a sneak peek of us talking before the intro played. But welcome to Just a Tip.
Oh, my little thing still says Blackwater Knife Company.
Nice.
From when I did a little thing with Jacob from Very Good Knife Company.
Right.
Last
You
week
have
or
that
something?
dropping this Friday, right?
This Friday. Yeah. Yep. So might as well go ahead and pop it up there. The bonefish.
Ooh, that's
It's got
nice.
some oil on it.
Nice.
But yeah, these are dropping Friday. Hollow Grind, Warncliffe, Finger Choil. We've got two fat carbon versions. This one has blue underliners. The other one is Nebula fat carbon. And then I've got two canvas micarta versions that are a little bit cheaper. So yeah, that is Friday on my website, blackwaternifeco.com, and that is 9 a.m. Central Time. So I don't know what time that is for everybody else, but that's 9 a.m. for me.
Nice. Yeah, so that's 7 a.m. here on the West
Yeah,
Coast.
and 10 a.m. East Coast time.
Nice. Yeah, I was gonna say hi to some people in the chat. I know Randy's holding it down as far as mod to go. Appreciate you, brother. Jeff, Marco, Groundfog were here pretty early. So was Kathleen, I think, before the live went live. Saw Tony's Ponies hopping in here, or Blade in Wales, I guess he is on YouTube.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was Tony's Ponies. Chad from Griffin Pipes. Our boy Jacob from Very Good Knife Company. So, speaking of Very Good Knife Company, let's go ahead and show what he's got going on real quick. We were talking about this before the show. Let me get this pulled up.
For sure.
So, he's doing his regular runs of stuff, and he's still doing his stuff for me and Gabe over at the Last Huntsman. But now he's got what he's calling the Signature Series. So he's basically doing custom one-offs. Now he's not taking requests where you call him and say, I want X, Y, and Z. He's just doing one-offs. And this one, I think, dropped today and already sold today. And the cool thing is it's got a signature on it. It says one of one, and they're just special. They're just customs. And on the underside of the tang, he's got them all numbered. So like this one's numbered number 2 because that's the second in the signature series. Let me show you the first one that he dropped
For sure.
last
That's
week.
super cool. Love the turquoise on that one.
Yeah, they're so badass. This one was the first one, and like it really, really showcases what he can do. You know what I mean? The file work on the spine there, and it's just some sick shit. And the price is still affordable. I mean, it's a custom knife. This one was $450. The other one was $380. I mean, dude, those are just sick.
Yeah.
And
And what day are these usually dropping? I know both of these ones already sold out. Oh, actually, it looks like there's still one left here. No, out of stock. I lied.
yeah, no, I think they're both sold. I'm not sure if Jacob's in the chat. Maybe he can let us know if they're dropping on a schedule or just sort of when he gets them done. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Keep an eye on the newsletter type thing.
Yeah. So did Chad get both of them? I'm sure Chad got one of them. I actually wanted to get number one so I could have number one, but you know, I'm broke.
Right. I know I'm in the same ballpark. I keep buying things, but we got CCKS coming up in a couple of weeks for people in California, so trying to behave a little bit.
So he says just when he gets them done, Chad got both of them.
Nice.
Good for you, Chad. That's awesome, bro. You got some serious pieces right there, number one and number two. That's for
Yeah. Yeah, so mentioned CCKS in a couple weeks, so looks like Cheeto and Joseph and maybe a few friends I haven't met yet gonna be there on Sunday. So if anyone else is in the area, I'm gonna be there both days. I think we're arranging a lunch or dinner already on Saturday. So if we want to do something Sunday, just let me know. I usually try and stay most of the show though.
Now, is that in Los Angeles or is that down in San Diego?
No, that one's in Woodland Hills. It used to be in
Okay.
Anaheim, but the hotel had to shut down for remodeling kind of last minute, and so they pivoted over to Woodland Hills. From what I'm hearing, though, it's a twice a year show. So from what I'm hearing, going forward, the fall show should be in Woodland Hills, and then the spring one in Anaheim.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool. I got nothing coming up. I was gonna do Georgia Bushcraft, but
Right,
I think I'm gonna. It's kind of sketch. Like I might go, might not. Um, the housing market really sucks at the moment.
right,
It just does.
right,
Um, like the Fed cut the Fed funds rate. We're not going to go into economics here, but the Fed cut the Fed fund rate, and that doesn't directly tie mortgage rates, but they're correlated.
right,
Typically, when the Fed makes a cut, mortgage rates go down. They freaking didn't. The Fed made a cut, mortgage rates went up.
right.
Go figure. So yeah, that was a little
Yeah,
bit unexpected, but so
yeah.
it's a little tough right now when you work on commission.
Yeah, and I would imagine, especially in the area with all the storms and whatnot, it's just like
Yeah,
property repair. It's hard to sell
and
something that's in need of repair.
and the other thing is, anytime there's a storm in the Gulf of Mexico, there's a moratorium on homeowners insurance for the entire state of Florida, the entire state of Alabama, anything that's on the Gulf Coast. And if you can't get homeowners insurance, you cannot close on a home. So I've had several things delayed multiple times over the past month. Even if
Right,
it's not a direct hit, they have to have a second appraisal. Like the appraiser has to go out a second time just to make sure there's no damage. So that delays everything. That's just been
yeah,
shit.
yeah, that's rough.
So um, craft is up in the air for me, but you never know. I might just throw the
Go
tent
and hang
in the
out.
back of the car and haul ass. Just might be one of those things. We'll see.
Yeah, it's tough. I always say like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go to the show and go look around, hang out with people," and then you always leave with something,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I might go anyway just to hang out. I know that Jonathan from CB Tactical is going to be there, and I want to meet him, and a couple other folks are going to be up there. So I might just go camp out and hang out and enjoy the cool weather because it's still hot as balls here.
Yeah, yeah. It's finally starting to cool down over here too. It's been in the 70s all week, which is nice. It's like 100 the
Today
week before.
was today was the first decent day that we've had. It barely touched 80. Um,
It's not bad.
but well, yeah, before today we've been in the mid 90s. But around this time of the year, every year, toward the end of October, is when we get our first little cool snap. It doesn't stay that way. It's
Right.
going to get hot again, but it's when we get our first little taste of fall weather, and I think that was today.
Yeah. Do you know what area of Georgia it's in?
I don't know exactly if Jacob's still here from Very Good Knife Company. He knows. I think it's north of Atlanta, but not as far north as Cleveland. I can't remember exactly where it is.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, I went into my shop, local knife shop, Unlimited Blade Works, this week, and I already made a video on this one on Monday. But I picked up this Armor Squirrel. Have you seen this guy?
I haven't, but let me pop you up there. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so he's a custom knife maker. He's in Southern California. There's another really small show out here. What's it called? Cal Knives in Brea every year. And he's part of that knife maker association. So met him there a few years back. I've always wanted to pick one of these up. But these are kind of like a budget option as far as customs go. Obviously, the price point of $650 is not budget, but compared to the knives he normally makes, this is like one of his budget options. And this was kind of one of those spur of the moment pickups. I was not dropping off, I was checking in on the knife I dropped off for customization to get this blasted finish. And he just happened to have this in the same exact finish, so I ended up picking it up. But really, really cool knife.
So is that a one-off or is that a production
Uh,
thing?
so it's not a production. He made 10 of them. He made a batch of 10 of
Okay.
them. And so he has a few different models that he makes. You can order customs where you can finish it exactly how you want, but the pricing obviously starts pretty high on the customs. I think it starts around $1,000. And
Hmm.
then he does like just whatever comes to his mind. He'll make them in batches when he doesn't have custom orders and sell those. So
Right. Right. So kind of a custom production deal. Like
yeah,
he'll
exactly.
make it,
Yeah.
a few
Yeah,
of
exactly.
them. So my newest thing, well, I got one. I got a gift from Stacy, Bolstered Blades, and I'm not going to show it yet. I'm going to wait and see if she shows up. But my newest, I've got the Stinking Creek
Oh, nice.
Sow Belly, and I talked to Andy from Rosecraft Blades about this, and it's funny because the name is polarizing, and some people love it, some people hate it. Um, but Stinking Creek is an actual creek
Right.
in Tennessee, and there's also a Stinking Creek in Kentucky. And I actually looked it up to see if it was the same one, like if they were connected,
Right.
because those two states border each other, but it's a different one. Um, so yeah, I was talking to Andy about that, and he's like, "I think it's a perfect name for a sow belly, for a pig that stinks,
Right.
Stinking Creek." I
Yeah,
think
I
it's
kind of
pretty
like the
cool.
name. I didn't realize that
I
was even like
didn't-
a controversial thing.
Yeah, like I got several comments on my channel that was like, "I hate the freaking name. I can't own a knife called Stinking Creek." I was like, "Why not? It's a killer knife." Um, I can't decide which one I like better. That is so freaking good, and it's chunky and thick, but I love the shield on that one. That's
Yeah, the
pretty.
shield is killer on that. I'd probably end up going with the stag just because, but
Yeah,
that shield is
just because it's snag. Yeah, and yeah, these are pretty good. I know he's been selling quite a few of them, but yeah, this is a good one. This is this is one of my new favorites. It seems like every time they drop a new one, it's like one of my new favorites. And then of course they drop the leather slips, which are awesome. Really stiff right
right.
now though. I'm still trying to break it break it in, but those are only 14.99. But I've been carrying my Clinch River Swayback in that big one,
Nice. Do
and
you have the traditional pocket knives slip? They look very similar. I'm wondering if it's the same company doing them.
somebody said that. I got a comment on my channel that said, "I'll never buy that because he ripped it off from traditional pocket knives." And I commented back and I said, "You do know that they are business partners,
Right.
so it wouldn't be unheard of for Andy to say, 'Hey man, who makes your slips?' Use the same person to make the slips."
Right.
And that person didn't respond. But yeah, they do look a lot like him, and I think it's probably the same. I don't know who makes Austin slips. Do you?
I don't offhand. I have a
Yeah,
couple of them, but
but they're really, really well made, and the price on them's good. So yeah, I don't remember who commented that. I mean, it wasn't bad, but I was just like, it wouldn't
yeah,
be
it would be
unheard
pretty
of.
surprising to
Yeah,
undercut someone you're working
it,
with like that. Yeah,
and
Tony
it
was
wouldn't be.
mentioning that we need some of the other shields like a heart and a diamond.
I think they're coming at some
Yeah,
point.
yeah, I
I
think that
think
would
that's
be
kind
cool.
of the plan. I don't think that was the plan initially, but then the ones with the spade shield did so well that he was like, "Let me just go ahead and make the other ones."
Right. He
Um,
mentioned a gambling jock. I think it would actually be cool that if you could order them and you didn't know what shield you were gonna get. Like same
oh, that would
knife
be cool.
and yeah, I think Tony mentioned that too, 4 suits on 1 knife, but like same knife and when you open it, you find out what suit you get.
That would be really cool. I'd be good with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jo Ventures makes slips. A lot of people do leather
Jo,
work.
Randy.
A lot of people do really good leather work too. It's hard to keep up with everybody.
Lancelot. I don't have a JO slip yet. Maybe I gotta reach out to him. Have a Randy and a Lancelot though.
I might have a Jo slip around here somewhere. I know I got Randy's. Um, there's one that Randy made.
Nice. What's the stamp on that one?
Skull. The what I forget what it's called. It's that Mexican
Oh, like
thing with
a
the
sugar skull? Like Dia de
yes,
los Muertos?
sugar skull. That's what it is.
That's cool. That's super cool.
And then I think I've got one of his older ones, like one of his really earlier ones when he first started doing them.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely have one of his older ones, one of his more recent ones. Definitely cool to see the progression too. But I love the
Yeah,
original one too. It's the super loose, so I can fit thicker knives, like 2 3-layer knives. Some of
yeah,
the slips that I have don't really go well with like a 3-layer knife.
yeah. I think that the first one that I got from Randy is like perfect for a Barlow. It's like a
Oh no.
shorter
Yeah.
but wider kind of a thing. Yeah, it works great.
Oh yeah, Tactical Terry too. He's over in the Discord. He's got some cool ones.
Oh, I don't know his stuff. I have to check
Oh, you
it
should
out.
check him out. Yeah, I like his logo.
I
Definitely check
haven't
him
been
out.
in that. I haven't been in the Discord chat in forever. It's too much to keep up with.
I'm so bad at social media, man. Discord is probably where I do best, but like I probably haven't posted on Instagram in a couple weeks. I think the last post was probably one that you had tagged and like linked me, so it wasn't actually me posting it.
I get tired of Instagram because it seems slow. I don't get nearly as many followers or comments on Instagram as I do on YouTube. It's kind of like, what's the damn point? You
Right.
know, why
Yeah.
am I doing this?
Yeah, that's kind of how it is with me for Rumble. I started uploading to Rumble a few months ago now, and I'm up to 30 subscribers, which feels like a huge milestone on Rumble. But just
Yeah,
as like a backup to YouTube, I was also thinking about doing some like other types of content that YouTube doesn't find monetizable. So if I do, I'll
yeah,
upload it over there. That way I don't have to worry about my channel over here. But it's just so slow going.
yeah, yeah. So usually on Instagram, I just wait a day or two and post the same shit that I posted on YouTube, my little shorts and stuff.
Yeah. What else do
That's
you
really
have
what it
new?
is. That's the only reason that I really do it, Andrew, is it seems to be that Instagram is where most people want to communicate.
Yeah.
Um,
And to answer your question, Kathleen, Rumble is just like another YouTube type platform. It just doesn't have quite a big audience. But you can like monetize. The big thing is gun content that you can't monetize here on YouTube. So that's where it makes a lot more sense. But they also just don't care as much about like knives and things like that. So it just seemed like a good backup platform. Haven't uploaded anything new over there though. It's all the same content as YouTube.
yeah, because I think most of us that do knife content are kind of preparing for the day when YouTube just shuts it all down completely, where they're like, no knife content ever at all. And they're going to kick all of us off. I think that day is coming. Um, so I think a lot of people are at least trying to get a foothold in Rumble so that when that day does come, they'll be prepared and just can make an easy transition.
Yeah, exactly. And for me, it was when Hickok 45, which is like one of the
Yep.
OG gun channels, he
Yep.
basically a bunch of his videos got deleted and all of his stuff got demonetized, and they had all these new rules that weren't applicable when he uploaded the video. So you can't really follow them if they're changing the rules
Right.
as they go, moving the yardstick. And so for me, that was kind of what pushed me to move over to Rumble as a
Yeah.
secondary platform.
Yeah. So I had gotten this little Swiss Tech fixed blade, this little pocket fixed blade. It would be a
Oh
good
yeah,
little neck knife called the Licht a couple weeks ago, and they came out with a new one called the Halton, which
oh
is
nice,
kind of the big brother almost to
yeah,
this one. Um, the Licht is D2. This one is OS 8. I don't know what the coating is on the little one. It kind of looks like Cerakote, but they don't say. I
right,
don't think that it's Cerakote, but it's holding up pretty well. This one they say is DLT coated, and if it is um, DLT, that's pretty good. Um,
nice,
for the price to have an
right.
actual DLT coating on it. But this one's badass. I've been kind of playing with the Swiss Tech stuff. Now, Legion Tactical Cutlery's been playing around with this stuff too, and he had the big one called the what's it called? The Kratig. It's like an 11-inch one that I don't have, and he broke the tip off of it, and he contacted them about the warranty, and then he did a video talking about how bad their customer service was, and they didn't want to replace it because they said it was an accident
Mm,
for some
that
reason.
sucks.
But I don't know. But I mean, it's a $35 knife, so
I wonder if you
it
just
is
take
what
it
it is.
into Walmart to return it.
And that's what they told him. They said, you bought it like less than 30 days ago. Just take it back to Walmart, which is what I would have done in the first place. I would have just
Yeah,
said,
I'm
hey,
sure they'll take it back. I think they're like no questions asked. I don't even think you
right.
need a receipt, honestly.
Yeah.
They just give you the lowest
And,
price.
and they're the only place that sells Swiss Tech. So you obviously got it at a Walmart. I would have just taken it and said, hey, I was using this for the very first time and the damn thing broke. What, Steven?
Yeah, we've got to get you on here soon. I know we've been talking about it forever, but got to get you on here one of these days.
Yeah, 2 a.m. over there. All the UK fellas are up late tonight
I know it's wild.
or up early this morning.
I think I would probably live stream more often if I could do it at like 1 or 2 in the morning, actually.
Really?
I feel like that's
Yeah.
when I really feel like doing things. It's like in the middle of the night when I can't do anything outside of the house. Everything's closed.
Oh, not me, man. I'm sound asleep at that time. Like I'm ready to go to bed at 9 o'clock. I'm old.
That's funny.
So yeah, I got the Rosecraft knives. I've got that new one. I've got this gift, Stacy, that I'm holding on to see if she shows up.
Yeah, I haven't
Uh,
seen her in the chat yet, but she usually stops
yeah, me
by.
neither.
So we may see her still.
Yeah, maybe we'll see her.
Yeah, let's see what else we get in. Got in. Already did a video on this one too, but the new Bionic Jack that's dropping on Friday. The liquid gold Kieranite.
Yeah, I like that. I like that Kier Knight. I was looking at those and I was like, yeah, I would have to grab that one. That would be the one I would go for, just because it's
Yeah.
different. You don't see that very often.
Yeah, and I don't know how well it shows up on video, but there's a really nice like glitter in the background as well, so it kind of like shimmers when the light hits it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But,
See,
yeah.
I'm about Kier Knight. I like it on the Jack Wolf knives. I like it on Finch knives. I don't like the way Case does it though. It just doesn't look right on a Case knife to me
I
for
like
some
their
reason.
patriotic Kieranite.
Yeah, that one looked pretty cool. I don't. They seem kind of hit and miss though. Some of the
Right.
ones in the pictures are really good and swirly and have lots of colors, and then I've seen some where people got one and it was just like all blue, and there was like no red or nothing else in it.
Yeah, I feel like they choose very safe Kieranite patterns is probably why. Where both like Finch and Jack Wolf want something that's a little bit out there and just kind of like bold, where Case wants to go the safe route.
Yeah.
You know
Well, I
what I
haven't
think's
seen
actually
them.
interesting is have you seen Benchmade starting to do like fat carbon and camo carbon type stuff? Kind of getting out of
No,
their line too.
I haven't. I think they're probably people complaining about all the FRN and Grivery or whatever they use. People are tired of that shit. Let me see if
Right.
I can pull that up.
Yeah, I've been getting emails from them showing off new models, and I was like, oh, that actually looks pretty good. I don't know how much the pricing is, if they're marking it up a bunch or if they're staying pretty standard with their pricing. Buck's been doing it with their Buck of the Month. So this is, what is this? Saunter. Their little 4th of July Buck of the Month. So they have that patriotic camo carbon on there, which is actually pretty cool.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
Yeah, I really like seeing them kind of branch out on the knife of the or Buck of the Month stuff.
They've got a giveaway on Instagram. I think I tagged you in it today. They're giving away a 60th anniversary Buck 110 Magnet Cut, and they're announcing the winner tomorrow. I think.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, appreciate you, Byron. Thanks for all the channel support to 520 plus subscribers. Love just a tip, so to speak. Thanks, JNT. Appreciate it, brother. Definitely, everyone, if you're not already subscribed to Splitting Slices, go check out his channel and give him a subscription. Get a lot of great channels in the chat, so make sure to check those out. I know the mods do a great job of linking to those, but can be take a second to click away. Feel free to subscribe. I always say make sure to watch a little bit of the videos too, because it will unsubscribe you. Both me and Tim have learned the hard way about that one.
Yeah. What happened? We got
Kevin.
raided one night from, was it Tri-State EDC?
Yeah, it was cool.
And then, yeah, ended up with fewer subscribers than we started with.
Yeah, I gained I gained 295 subscribers from that, and then I think I lost about 400 and something the next day because they thought they were bot subscriptions.
Yeah,
and so lost about 100 more than I gained.
Yeah, same thing happened to me. So that's, I don't know if he's still doing that. I think he stopped doing that because people were like, "Hey,
right,
that's cool and all. That's a great sentiment, but you're really doing more damage than it helps channels."
Yeah, exactly. So if you do click on any of those links, just make sure to watch the videos, whether it's right then during the live or even after. It will keep it from unsubscribing you. I think it's only like 30 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, for sure. So I got a new multi-tool that I reviewed today. So you guys know that I am not a multi-tool guy, but I got this Nextool Flagship is the one they call it. And it's the one with the scissors.
Right.
And these scissors are so freaking good. Like, this is the first multi-tool that has ever sort of given me the fizz where I'm like, okay, I kind of dig this.
Yeah.
I like this a lot. Now,
I love scissors on multi-tools.
Oh, it's awesome. And they're like full-size scissors, and they're so good. I was cutting some paracord and some rope with it today. Yeah. Now, I don't see myself ever carrying this, like, on my belt or anything. But it's definitely something, that's good to have, like, in the kitchen drawer or the desk drawer or throw in your car or something like that. And I also like that this is locking. These have a lock bar on. So I've heard a lot of good things about Nextool, like people impressed with them. And I have to say I'm pretty impressed. I mean, it's not a Leatherman, but it's not a Walmart multi-tool either.
Right.
And yeah, so I dig it a lot. It's got a saw on here that's really good.
Nextool is coming out with so many new multi-tools, and I've heard good things. I don't have very many. I only have their small one. I forget the name of it at the moment.
Yeah, but I want to check out their little keychain one. And the cool thing is the little side tools have a half stop, which is kind of cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, to keep it from, especially with those, when you're using those screwdrivers, if they don't have a lock or a half stop, they always want to move on you. But there's a good amount of resistance here on those half stops. So yeah, I mean, it's really well thought out, really well made. I dig. I like it. Now, I'm not going to throw it on my belt and carry it, but handy little piece of kit to have in the car or in the
Yep.
desk drawer or something, so that I don't have to go in the toolbox for a screwdriver or something simple. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I was thinking of, the mini sailor, Kathleen. So thank you for that
Yeah,
comment.
yeah. I
But yeah, I
want to
used
check
to
that.
carry a full-size multi-tool every day when I had a backpack that I would carry daily. But then since I've went to smaller bags, I've also went to smaller multi-tools. So if I have a pouch, I'll usually have something small like that mini sailor or the
Yeah,
Micra or just one of the mini multi-tools. But I rarely ever carry the full-size ones as much. I guess the Skeletal is probably the exception, but that's even a little bit light. It's long, but it's light.
I think this one's like 8.5 ounces or something. I mean, it's got some heft to it, but it's not ridiculous. And it started with this crappy little keychain size multi tool that I got at Walmart for that $100 Walmart EDC video. And I
Right.
actually, this has been sitting on my desk and I use it quite a bit for just random stuff around the house. And I was like, okay, so I've actually been using it. Let me try out an actual multi tool. So I picked that up, but now I want to get the little Next Tool Mini Sailor or whatever it's called, and they have a little mini one that has scissors on it too. I would
Yeah.
like to get that one.
Yeah, originally when I was thinking about starting a YouTube channel, it was right at the beginning of like 2020, and I was purchasing a bunch of different scissor multi-tools to check out, and I just never got around to it. And then Max Level ADC, I feel like has covered it so well that I haven't even shown any of them on the channel. I mean, I put them in pouch videos and whatnot, but I haven't made dedicated videos for any of them because I feel like they're so well covered at this point. But speaking of, Stacy just hopped in the chat if you want to show that one now.
Yeah. So I got something from Stacy today. Stacy, I got that camper that you sent to me. So thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And she sent me some stickers. And so you guys know I've been going down the Swiss Army knife rabbit hole. And this is one that I did not have. And you can see I've already got it pimped out with um,
Yeah,
the little tender there,
yeah,
and I've already put the little pin in it, the little straight pin, which you can't see there, but I've
nice.
already put the little straight pin in it, and now I want to get another one of these little nano clips. I've got this little nano clip on my Sportsman, so I need to get another one for these because I think that's sweet. You just clip it on your pocket, and it's
Yep.
just easy to get in and out. So yeah, I'll be doing a video of the camper soon, and this one has a killer. Where is it? There it is. Saw on it.
Yep. Yeah.
That might be one of the sharpest freaking saws on a little knife or multi tool that I've ever felt.
Yeah.
I've heard
Yeah, and I
people
like that it's
say,
a little bit smaller. It's not the 91, right? It's like an 87 millimeter.
yeah, 84, I think.
Oh, is it
Is
84?
it
Yeah.
84?
Yeah, I
84,
just know it's not the
87?
91. I actually got my camper from Elon. He sent me the camper as well as some 91 Lego scales. And so they
Oh,
obviously
yeah.
didn't fit on there, but I ended up putting on a different one. I think maybe a Spartan or something like that.
Let's see.
But that's sweet.
No, I think it is 91.
Oh, is it 91? Maybe I
Yeah.
have it backwards. Maybe I put it on a camper and he sent me something else. I'll have to go back and check.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. See this is the Sportsman, it's 84. This is the camper, it's 91. And they're the exact same thing except the camper has the saw.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's the Sportsman, which is 84. This is the camper, which is 91.
Yeah.
And the Sportsman's 2 layers because it doesn't have the saw. The camper's 3 layers because it has the saw. But other than that, they are the same.
Nice. Have you gotten into swapping out scales yet?
Nope.
On
Haven't
this?
got that far.
So another rabbit hole. I'm sure you'll be there soon.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like I was talking to somebody the other day and they were like, only got 9, and well now I've got 10 Swiss Army knives. I went from like 2 to 10 with the quickness. And I was like, yeah, I'm just starting this Swiss Army knife thing. And he's like, oh, I got 70 and counting. And he was like, you haven't even started getting to the discontinued models and the custom scales and all the different scales and all the different colors. And I was like, nope, I'm still doing the current production A-locks and the current production Celador. And there's plenty of those to keep me busy for a while before I start getting into all that other stuff. You know what I mean?
Yep, exactly. That's another area I really haven't delved into that much on the channel. I have an entire drawer full of only Victorinox, both their full-size multi-tool and obviously Swiss Army knives. But I don't know. I feel like those are also pretty well covered, so they were just kind of lower
Yeah,
on
but
the priority list. But the videos do very well, so I probably should.
they really do. Like I did a like this video for this flashlight. Like I told you, I wanted to start doing more EDC content,
Yeah,
like flashlights, multi-tools, stuff like that. Um, and I thought it would bomb. Like nobody would watch it. They get a ton of views, man. A
I
ton.
know. Yeah, yeah.
And
It's just I feel like they're always around, and so I'm always chasing after like, oh, let's do the newer knives that just came out, and I'll get to those eventually, and then just never happen. So I gotta prioritize that at some point. Maybe I'll do like a Victorinox week.
yeah, I'm just kind of doing them as I go. You know what I mean? I gave
Yep.
up on trying to latest and greatest stuff. You know,
Right.
I got bored with that shit quick anyway,
Yeah.
and you know, I don't think that's why people watch my content anyway. You're not
Right.
going to get that shit on my channel. You're just not.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of times it just depends, what depends on what I'm after and into at the moment. So
Yeah,
if I have
yeah,
it early and it's still available, I'll put the video out. But you're never gonna beat like the big channels like, Metal
no,
Complex, who's getting them a month before they come out. So there's no point
yeah,
in rushing out on that kind of stuff.
yeah.
But
Speaking of orange, Andrew Baxter, did you get that Casio watch that you saw me that I had with the orange band? He was looking at that and he was like, "Oh, I got to get that one,"
nice.
because he's a big fan of all the orange stuff.
Yep. I never would have thought that I was, but I probably have more orange knives than any other color.
I don't. I have a couple the Rosecraft blades, but the only orange knife that's not a traditional that I have is the greatest knife of all time, the Ozark Trail $10 Benchmade clone.
I feel like that happened on purpose. You saw Rich hop into the chat and you pulled out the
This is
pulled
the
out
greatest knife
the
of all
budge
time.
out.
I have to tell you this. Okay, so there's fanboys of everything, and I like to give them a hard time just to irritate them, just to troll them, right? Spyderco, Benchmade, Cold Steel come to mind, right? Don't ever say anything bad about any of those, or the fanboys will get their panties all in a twist. I have never gotten so much hatred over a single knife as I have over this stupid $9 knife from freaking Walmart. I did a short because when I first got this, the lock was completely stuck. And
Yeah, I remember that.
I had to disassemble this thing twice. I had to sand it. I had to like do major surgery on this thing to make it work. And so when I first got it out of the box, it was broken, did not function at all. It was just flopping like this because the lock was stuck in the down position.
Right.
I have got more hatred on that freaking short when I said, somebody tell me why this is so hyped. And that was the extent of the short. I have
Yeah, I
gotten
feel like
more.
shorts get more hate than long form
Oh my
videos
God.
because a lot of the audience doesn't really know you. They don't know like
They
your
don't know
history with it or that you
anything about it.
what happened with it and why you don't like it. And so
No.
shorts always get the most hate. That was
And
like
the
this one. I
whole,
was really expecting this video to get a ton of hate for the Supreme bug out.
yeah.
and it really didn't, but the shorts for it do.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Which most of them are saying, like, could you imagine getting like stabbed and it's from some hype piece with the Supreme bug out,
yeah,
which is hilarious. It's also funny though that Supreme's, really known for just kind of adding their label and then jacking the price up, but this is cheaper than the aluminum bug out. This is like $13 cheaper than what bug out charges for it, or Benchmade charges for it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What's up, Ronnie? On the back side it is, Rich. You got the red back. I actually love the back of this.
Hang on, let me pop it up there.
Yeah, the back is sick, but the front has the most billboarding you'll ever see on a knife. Even like the newer ones, like I got the RKT CEO one as well. And this one, it's only on the handle. I actually kind of wish it went up onto the blade. If you're going to be ridiculous, might as well go all the way.
Yeah, that's a pretty sweet little knife, though. I like that. Yeah.
The reason I had these ones on my desk actually is they just dropped another one with Wesson, and it's their microblade. And so at this point, I'm just like committed to the bit. I'm ordering any knives that they make.
All of them.
Yeah.
I hear you. Yeah, so I've gotten more shit over this, and like at first I was getting I still get comments on it, and people were like, because it's a, and at first I was trying to explain. I was like, dude, I've done a whole video where I said, yes, it's worth $10. Yes, it's a good deal for $10. Yes, you're going to get your $10 worth. And I tried to explain the hype that I'm talking about is there was a few channels that made videos that said, this is a game changer. This is going to change the knife industry forever. This is going to make Benchmade take notice and change their pricing structure, which is all bullshit. It's not a game changer. Benchmade's never heard of this fucking knife. They're not going to change anything, right? It's a decent budget knife. That's all I was saying. The hype that I'm talking about was that. But then finally I just stopped responding. I'm like, these people are fucking out of control, man.
Right.
So now I just don't even respond to them anymore.
Yeah. I don't have like a convenient Walmart to me, so I just haven't picked one up.
I think I got my little Swiss Techs online, all of them. Maybe. Right. I might have got this one in the store. But yeah, this is a sweet little knife. I carry it as a pocket fixed blade, but you could use it as a neck knife if you wanted to. It's almost a little too big for me for a neck knife. But they've also got this little Barlow, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So I'm really, and this one's D2, I think. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do, what their next slip joint will be. The only problem with this one is it's got like a mushy half stop.
I hate that.
I mean, the action is not fantastic. It's kind of mushy right there. It's got a good snap. Everything else is good, but
that's like the biggest deal breaker for me, fit and finish wise. Like, I can live with some gaps in the springs and stuff like that, but I hate when it's like a mushy half stop or a mushy in the open position where it doesn't really snap closed and stay there.
Yeah, I mean, it's snappy. It snaps open and snaps closed. It just doesn't have that crisp half stop. But it's still pretty cool.
I don't actually have the Hidden Canyon yet, Chudo. My favorites is probably either the Osborne or the Mini Adamas. I really like the Mini Adamas for some reason. It's a much bigger knife, even though it's called Mini. It's a much bigger knife than I typically carry, but I find myself carrying that one a lot. Did we lose you, Timmy? Oh, no, maybe. You're back. You're back.
Oh, did you guys lose me?
Yeah.
No, I still have a clip on there. I've got a few ulti clips, but I don't think an ulti clip's gonna work because it's got this weird little thing right here, like this little rivet that sticks up. So I'm not sure if an ulti clip's going to work too great. It might, but I just been using this clip for the time being, Rich.
It
And
also
it's
seems like
okay.
the mounting spots are a little bit wider than on a typical knife. Maybe it's just
Yeah,
like the angle that I'm looking at, but it seems like they're too far apart for most of the popular clips.
yeah, they are. I haven't tried it. I could probably make it work, but I just been going with this little clip for the time being.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah,
What else is new? Anything coming across your table that you
no,
haven't shown yet?
that's all I've got new. I've got this one from the Pass Around group from buddy over there at Arcane Design that I'm going to review. This is not mine. This is the Creature Tanto, and the grind on that is just freaking wicked. That is so sick. I did a review of the Creature Drop Point,
Yep.
um, but I've got this in for review, and I had that Eutectic binary, and I actually meant to hold on to that and show it on the show tonight, and I shipped it off to the next person today. I wasn't even thinking about it, but that's actually pretty cool. I like that Eutectic binary.
Yeah, it was really nice actually. The action
Yeah,
on it was amazing for a knife of its price. I feel like
amazing.
the action was incredible. I just, yeah, same thing as you. I wasn't super excited about the G10, but other than that, it was really good knife.
Yeah, and it had for like a G10 knife, it had premium action on it.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to convey. It's hard to convey that in a video, but it was so freaking glassy smooth. Like it felt premium. The only part about that knife that doesn't feel premium is the G10
G10,
scales.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
yeah, it
and
feels kind of out of place on it for some reason.
yeah, it's almost like this knife deserves better than G10. And like I understand he's trying to keep the price down, but I kind of
Right.
think, I mean, I don't know. Some people hate micarta. Like some
Right.
people, excuse me while I scratch my back here with my freaking antler.
Uh-huh.
Um, some people hate micarta, but I don't know. I would prefer micarta. Now he's not going to
Me
put
too.
titanium
Yeah.
or anything. He's not going to do titanium because he's trying to keep it all under $100. But
Right. I'd be okay with aluminum too. No, not everyone's a huge
aluminum,
fan of aluminum, but I like aluminum.
I do too. Aluminum been good. I just G10 just does absolutely nothing for me anymore. And in fact, I haven't bought a G10 knife in so freaking long. A
Yeah.
couple fixed blades. Now, there's been a couple fixed blades. Like this is G10,
Right.
but it's contoured and it's layered and it's different than the G10 you get on a regular G10 folder. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, that is
Mm.
different. I don't buy much G10. If it's like a budget knife, I'll usually go with micarta because micarta I
Yeah,
feel like looks a lot classier at the price
yeah,
point. But with fixed blades, like I'm pretty sure this is G10 as well.
yeah,
And I just like, it's got the file work in there. It's got different colors and the different layers. Just looks a lot better
yeah, for
than
sure.
a
That's
plain one color G10.
just that regular G10 with the normal stippling pattern on it that we've seen on so many knives for so many decades. That shit does absolutely nothing for me anymore. Like,
Yeah.
I do like wood handles on a fixed blade. I didn't mean to bump that comment, but
Oh, no
that's
worries.
it.
He's in for all three 25 Blade Show tour. I think I might be, Kevin. I think so. I'm going to be at Texas this year for 2025 for sure. Atlanta is obviously the staple. And then Utah's not that far from me. I can make it happen if we're really doing a 2025 tour.
Utah would be the tough one for me.
Right.
I'm gonna try my best to make it to Texas. Like every time I talk to Slippy, he's like, "You're going? Are you going? Are you going?" I'm like,
Yep.
"Bro, I'm gonna do my best, man. I'm gonna
Yep.
do my best."
That's why I'm going to make sure to make it out to Texas. Otherwise, it
Yeah,
would probably be Utah, Atlanta for me, because Utah is easy to get to. Texas isn't. I've driven to Texas a couple times, and it's a good
Oh my
20+ hour drive for me. So
I'm not
obviously got
driving.
to fly out there, which makes it a lot more expensive.
I think Texas is 20 hours from everywhere. Everywhere. Can I change my voice live? You mean to my chipmunk voice? No, that's the power of editing, my friend. I can't do that.
I'm guessing there is a program because doesn't Cole change his on his live stream?
He
So
does,
he's
but he's got all kind of crazy little add-ons and plugins and all kind of shit. Like he's got a whole studio setup going there, just running off the free StreamYard software. But I would like to incorporate some of those fancy bells and whistles. You know what I mean?
right.
But
Yeah, I gotta
I'm,
up my
I'm
production game too at some point.
it's just so exhausting, man.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Speaking of Arcane, have you handled the Praetheon?
No, is that no? I haven't handled the fixed blade either. That's not the
Um,
fixed blade, is it?
no, it's not the fixed blade. I lent my fixed blade out to my buddy, but I think he's gonna send it to Randy after. If you want to check it out, let me know. I can have Randy send it to you.
I do
Um,
want to check out
but
that fixed blade for sure.
this is probably my favorite folder. Most of his knives are like huge overbuilt, but this
Yeah,
one is like a small EDC size from Arcane, which is kind of cool.
which is strange to me. He's not a big guy. You know what I
No,
mean?
no, but he likes big knives and
But
big
he likes
overbuilt.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, and even this one, this is like most of his knives fall in that 8 to 8.5 inch range.
yeah,
You know, and
yep,
it works for me because I have wide hands. So a lot of times with most knife handles, they end up being somewhere between 3 and 3.5 fingers for me.
right,
But on all of his, I can get a full 4 finger grip. But
yeah,
I will say the one, like he does so much embellishment on his handles and stuff. I can swear if I used it a lot, it would start to bother me, maybe,
right,
if that makes sense. I'm not saying it's bad at all. I'm
right,
just, I mean, they definitely look super cool, but I can see where if I was using this hard and as a primary EDC, where certain little pieces and parts would start to pinch and rub, and you know what I'm saying?
right. A lot of his knives have a lot of really sharp angles too,
Yeah,
and this one
yeah,
really doesn't. It's a lot more contoured than them. It does have the single inlay, that glow in the dark resin in there, but
yeah.
it's a lot more contoured than some of his other ones.
His designs are
What's
definitely
Todd?
unmistakable. Like if you look at the shape of that handle,
Yeah,
you can see the DNA in it. You know what I mean?
100%.
It's all very angular and stuff. And when we had him on the show, he talked about that. You know,
Yeah.
that's that's part of his signature, and I dig it.
Yeah, he should be out at CCKS for those in California also. He should be at CCKS this year. He usually makes it out, which is cool because I think he's out in Texas now, right? Moved out to
Is
Texas.
he?
I think so.
I thought he didn't. He used to be based out of California. I thought.
I thought he was based up north in like Washington originally,
Yeah.
and then moved to Texas.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's that.
definitely the sci-fi.
Yeah. He's definite. I mean, he's definitely got that futuristic sci-fi stuff going on, and he
Yep.
nails it because that's what he's going for. You know
Yep.
what I mean? It's like you can tell that that's what you're going for because you can you can see it. It's unmistakable. So I like that. Even if it's not your style, I like that when I can look at a knife, I can say, "Oh, so and so made that one," or "So
Yep.
and so designed it." Right? You can see their design language in it. That's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ouchie EDC. What
I
the
saw
fuck?
Bastinelli was releasing some chest pouches or chest bags. This is a Bastinelli chopper, just to while we're talking about it. This has been out a while though. But these chest rigs that have the quick release, so if you conceal carry, but
Yeah.
they're $225. I'm not sure if I'm gonna check one out or not. want to work on my concealed carry permit, so I think it'd be kind of cool to pick up. But at the same time, I can probably find one from like a Eberle stock or something for around the same price. It's a little bit more overbuilt.
That's a badass blade. Hold that up again. I like that big upswept trailing point. It's almost like a Persian.
Yeah, this one is one that is made in Maniago. So typically they're not, but actually no, this is USA. Why did I think this one was Maniago? It says M390 USA, but I didn't know they do make some in Maniago as well. But really cool, and it's pretty slim as well.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I like that.
And it has a really minimal sheath on it. It's like just the taco right around the blade, and that's it.
Maniago. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, so I'm going to try to do Texas. I probably will not get out to Utah. I don't think I'm even going to try. And I've driven from here to Austin, Texas once. And when you look on the map, it doesn't look all that far. But good God, it was like 14 hours or something. So I'm not driving when I go to Texas.
Only that, but Texas is so wide too that if you're going to the east coast of Texas or the west coast of Texas, makes 8-hour difference.
And I thought I was going to die in Texas because I swear there was a 6-hour stretch. Once we hit Texas from the Louisiana border, there was like 6 hours before we saw anything. And really? I was like, holy shit, if we run out of gas or something, we're screwed. Like, we're out here in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, I have seen this one. Not in person, though, Randy, but I have seen this one. Oh, yeah, that black one definitely kind of has a very similar look to it.
Yeah, where did I see that? I think I saw it on Neve's channel.
Yeah.
When it first dropped.
I love these like huge folders, which is funny because I like smaller knives, but I love when it's just like ridiculously huge where it makes no sense that you would carry that as a folder. And CRK does a lot of that, or CRKT does a lot of that.
Speaking of huge folders, tomorrow night on Scab's channel, Scab and Joe on their live stream, they usually do it on Tuesday night, actually, and they usually start an hour before we do. Tomorrow night, they're having Lynn Thompson, the founder of Cold Steel. That's going to be a big show. I might jump on and do like a live watch party. I'm gonna ask Scab if he's cool with that. I'm not gonna show the video because YouTube will strike it probably, and it's not cool. Like, I don't want anybody to log into my channel to watch his show. That's not cool at all. But I might put it on the other monitor and just sit and have like a watch along. I don't know. Because I'm gonna watch it for sure.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You know what I mean? So I might have like a little watch party, watch along thing like certain channels do for sporting events. Shut up, Rich. You know who Lynn Thompson is, bro. Come on, man. Come on. Surely you know. Lynn Thompson is the founder of Cold Steel. He made knives fun, cool, tactical.
Yeah, it was popular for his like crazy. Oh, he was asking about the channel, Scab. Oh. But yeah, he made like the crazy videos, chopping into a car door, or chopping things in half, and just abusing his knives.
My bad, Rich. Scab, Choir Boys, Outdoor Choir Boys Cutlery. I like Scab. Some people don't like him, but I like him. He gets a bad rap, but he's a good guy. Yeah, so I might do like a watch party. I don't know if anybody will log in, but I just want to sit here. I'm going to watch it anyway. So I might just narrate, and if anybody wants to jump on and like chat,
Yeah, I'm definitely going to check it out. I don't think I'm going to be live because I think it's at 5 my time, I want to say, so I won't be home, but hopefully I'll be able to catch the replay.
Yeah, and Randy and Jake, if you guys want to jump on, I'll send you a link, and we can like all three jump on, or you can hang out in the chat, whatever.
Sweet. Yeah, if I'm around, I might hop on. Yeah. But if you're doing it in StreamYard, I can always just jump right in. You don't even need to send me the
You
link.
can just hop on StreamYard. But I'm gonna ask Gap, like, are you cool if I do a watch party?
Right.
If he was like, yeah, I would prefer you don't, then I'm not gonna do that. Obviously.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm not gonna publish or show his video. I'm just gonna watch. And I figured, what the fuck? We'll just watch with friends.
Yeah. Yeah. I know you got yours too, but since Gondex revealed their Hank of the Month, for whatever reason, my videos have been in the shadow realm the last 2 weeks. And so it wasn't super watched, but they did a really cool thing this month where they did the 7 deadly sins for both the standard and XL. And they actually sent me the full set of both of them. So I actually got the full set of them, which is really cool.
Pride, greed, wrath.
Yeah.
What's that one? Lust.
Lust.
That one's kind of kinky.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
Yeah, envy.
I think they probably could have gone further even with that though.
Gluttony.
And then sloth.
So
those are all the standards. Which ones do you end up getting?
So I am subscribed to the Hank of the Month, but they always send me 2. So basically, I pay for a Hank of the Month, but I think they also send me 1 every month as like collaboration or something. So I get 2 every month, and sometimes 2 are the same, and so I always end up giving 1 away when I do my giveaways because I don't need 2 of the same. But this month I got 2. I got Lust and I got Greed.
Right. Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
The Greed one I like a lot. I love the color of it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, and I like that green one, green with envy.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty clever.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, it might be good to do like the watch party right after it ends live, so he can get the views, and then you can do the watch party and maybe another option.
Yeah, it's an option.
Yeah, here's the XL ones. So different. Oh, geez, I gotta turn off mine.
Can't see that.
Let me turn it off 1 second.
Stacy got gluttony. Rich got envy.
Let's see. So different artists. These were, I think, done in 1927 for a woodcut series. It said in the letter.
Wow, that's badass.
Think that should be okay for YouTube since it's considered art.
Yeah.
There we go. I like this one a lot.
That one's pretty cool.
Imagery on it. This one too.
Cool too.
Although it doesn't really scream envy to me. Like, what is the envious of? It's not really showing in the image. So
the artwork is just pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly.
They're all really cool.
Yeah. Pride.
That's a good one too.
Yeah, super cool. But yeah, I was super excited about that. And they're doing a auction for a set of them. So they have a set for themselves, obviously, and then they're going to do an auction for 1 full set of the standard and 1 full set of the XL.
Oh, are they? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Cold Steel Espada for $150. Oh, that's a good price.
Cool. Yeah. I want one just for same thing, just kind of the ridiculousness of it. Yeah.
Just to have a Hobbit sword as a pocket knife.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll figure something out on the little watch party. And he's got another thing coming up too where he's gonna have, who is it? Emerson, like 4 different USA companies.
Nice.
He's going to have the founder or CEO or something from all of them. I know Emerson is one of them, and there's like 3 other ones, and they're going to have them all on the show at the same time. It's going to be pretty bad.
Oh, that's cool. Oh yeah, that's really cool. I think it's cool to get multiple companies on to kind of talk about things like that, because a lot of times you think there's like a lot of rivalries, but for the most part there really isn't. They're collaborating and offering advice behind the scenes and things like that.
Yeah, there's some dickheads out there, but most people are pretty cool.
It would also be fun to get them when there is like a little bit of a competitiveness, something like remember Microtech and Kershaw? They had that design. What was that? The Natix? Natrix?
I can't remember.
And they're like actually like a dispute at the show, which is funny, at Blade Show.
it'd be cool to have Benchmade on and ask them why they sue everybody constantly.
Benchmade and what is it, Montana Knife Company? Get them on
Yeah,
together.
yeah, yeah. They are too. They have a lot of lawsuits too.
Yeah, but
So I got one.
we went a little bit over on time. Is there anything else you want to talk about before we wrap up for the
Let's
night?
see. Let me just plug this one more time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Blackwater Knife Company Bonefish is
I'm gonna blow you
dropping
up here.
this Friday. There's 4 different variants: 2 fat carbon, 2 canvas micarta. We've got the Pines Peak fat carbon with the blue underliners. We've got the Nebula fat carbon. I've got natural canvas micarta, and we've got fire canvas micarta, which is layered black and red. So those are dropping Friday at 9 a.m. Central Time, and
Nice.
it's just a limited run again, so they're going to go fast.
And Kevin, I'm not educated on what's going on there with MKC. Are they? I have a
Yeah,
TCAL right here, the Ops Hawk.
yeah.
I
I
don't
didn't
actually
know
have any
any.
Montana Knife Company knives.
I don't either. I didn't
But
know
yeah, I haven't
anything
heard
about that.
anything about that. If they are, let me know. I'll check it out for sure. But
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll let everybody know. Thank you, Stacy. I'm digging
awesome.
it too. I think it's pretty sweet. Um, yeah, I'll let everybody know if I do that live stream watch along or after party or something. Um, we might do it, we might not, but I'll make some posts tomorrow if we're going to do that.
Cool, for sure. All right, well, everyone, appreciate you in the chat. Byron, thanks for the donation. Again, thanks to all of the moderators. I think we're here today. Andrew, I just got you added. I don't know if you noticed in the beginning, I still hadn't added you, but I did get you added midstream. So we had all our moderators in the chat. Make sure to check them out as well. All of the channels that are here in the chat as well. Lots of great channels, great content.
Yeah, lots of folks tonight. Thanks, everybody. We will see you next week over on my channel.
Yep. Thanks, everyone.
See y'all.
All right.